If you like and subscribe to this video, I promise you will pack Neymar in this week's Red Picks. Screw DJ Khaled, you the best.
You the best, ayy.
You make weekend league worth the stress.
Stress.
You the French horseman of death.
R.I.P.
Face a menu, take your last breath.
R.I.P.
No Microsoft, you excel.
You excel, yeah.
90s every stat, what the hell?
90s.
About to buy your jersey for Lyon.
About to copy, baby.
Opposition falling pine cones.
Pine trees,
Yeah.
whoa. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, One Star Weakfoot, and we are back for another player review. We are back for another Team of the Season player review, and today we're going to review a card that a lot of you guys were asking for, a card that I really want to review, and it's none other than this Team of the Season Aouar card. And I hope I'm saying this guy's... Why can't I select him? I hope I'm saying this guy's name right, but he looks like an absolute monster. I mean, just look at the face stats. What real weakness does this guy have? I don't even know. He's 5'9". He has the high medium work rates. He's right-footed. He got the four-star combination. I played 10 games in the weekend league with him. I got 3 goals and 2 assists. And I wouldn't really let the goal and assist contribution sway you whether or not to get this card, because I did play him in the CM position. And I also was playing him in some of the worst gameplay I felt this year in FIFA. I don't know what the hell was wrong with the servers yesterday, but the gameplay was shocking. It was bad, and I was really close to just quitting Weekend League altogether because of how bad it was. And it's not just me that was saying that. If you watch Run the Foot Market, he dropped a video yesterday. He's from the same region as me, and he was saying the same thing. The gameplay was just absolutely shocking. And, you know, it is what it is. I don't really have anything further to say on the topic, but I just want to give you some context as to why the goal contribution wasn't as high as you would expect. Before we go any further though, if you are enjoying the content and you're new around to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're already subscribed but you are enjoying the content, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. I appreciate all you guys for watching me right now. I really do, man. Now let's look at this card a little bit closer. So, he has a 91 pace. Obviously, that's going to be a threat if you do want to play him in any central position. And now it opens up the possibility of even playing him in wide positions. His shooting stats are, I mean, they speak for itself. 97 finishing, 98 attack positioning. How much better does it really get for a midfielder? His passing stats are insane. His dribbling stats are insane. I mean, everything is in like the mid to high 90s. That's crazy. His defending stats are now very viable if you do want to play him at CDM. I feel like playing him at CDM, though, is a big waste. I mean, when you look at his offensive stats, do you really want this guy sitting in front of your defense? I'm not really too sure about that. His physical stats are also very nice as well. He does have the 93 stamina. He will last all game. He now has, you know, respectable strength. So, this card looks like the real deal, the total package. Let's jump into the gameplay. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about this card. Alright, so, according to Footbin, this card's going to cost you about 600,000 coins to complete the untradeable SBC. Is he worth that money? I would say, go ahead and do this card. I mean, I can't really say it any better than that. This guy is worth the money and then some. And at this stage of the game, most people do have the high-rated untradables from the Team of the Season SBCs, from playing Weekend League, everything like that. So, this guy's probably going to cost you less than 600K if you have the untradables. I mean, for me, he cost me about 100K, give or take. I know there's opportunity cost and everything, but I'm really happy with the decision I made because this card is an absolute beast, all right? So we're going to break down stat by stat so you know exactly what to expect. So, he has a 91 pace, and in-game, this card is very fast. I mean, not only off the ball is he fast, he is also fast on the ball. Because he has the high agility and balance, because he has the good dribbling stats, this card's going to feel just as quick on the ball as he does off the ball. Now he has enough pace to really beat the defense. Now he has enough pace to track up and down the midfield if you do want him to put in the shift defensively. I mean, this guy's pace is electric. I can't really complain about it at all. I do have to say his pace is a 9 out of 10. Now we're going to talk about shooting. And the only questionable stat on his shooting is his shot power at 84. I mean, I wish he did have at least high 80 shot power because I feel like it does help in the low-driven department. But in-game, I didn't really notice his shot power being an issue at all. The first thing you're going to notice with this card is his attack positioning. He has 98 attack positioning. And because of that, this guy can play as a striker. I mean, his runs are very intelligent. He's always getting himself open. He's always shaking the defender. He's always just moving, trying to get himself open. And it's really a joy to have in the central positions because he can get himself open to pop a shot off in dangerous areas. And that's exactly what he does. And when he's open, when you get him in a good position, he's going to finish because his finishing is 97 and then game is very reliable. You don't really even have to do anything too fancy. You don't have to do any low drivens, any timed shots, just regular shots with this card. More often than not, will be on target. More often than not, will hit the back of the net. His long shots are also very nice. He has 93 long shots. He has the finesse shot trait. So as far as shooting, this guy's the total package. I got to give him a 9.5 out of 10. Now let's talk about his passing. And his passing is one of my favorite aspects of this card. I mean, obviously, it's one of his highest stats at 95. He does have the short passing maxed out. He does have the vision maxed out. And in game, it definitely feels like this. Because not only is he good at, having the nice weight to his passes, having the nice through balls, having the nice long passes over the top of the defense. He's also nice at passing out of pressure. And that's a big thing to have in your midfield. It's a very important thing because in delayed gameplay, in gameplay where your opponent's going to pressure you a lot, you're going to need somebody centrally to be able to break the pressure. And this guy fits the bill. This guy is very good. Even if he's off balance, even if he's not facing the position he's passing, he's still going to hit the target. And that's really a game changer. That's what makes him almost a broken card in that regard because you don't even need to do anything. Rather, you don't really need to do anything intelligent. You don't really need to do anything crazy. You just press the pass button and he's going to find a target. He's going to find a way for you to get out of that pressure. I really enjoy that about this card. That's why I really like playing him at the CM position. And I do have to say, his passing is a 9.5 out of 10. Now let's talk about his dribbling. You see a smile on my face right now, man. That dribbling is mental. He feels very much like Bernardo Silva's team of the season on the ball. Very smooth, very agile, very responsive, and he's very quick to turn. So if you're the kind of player who likes to really juke out your opponent, turn one way, turn the other way, this guy's going to be able to do it to you. And he also has that thing in game where when you tackle the ball and you get it away from him, it just bounces back to him. I think it might have to do with his reactions being a 93 or his dribbling stats being maxed out. I don't know what the case is. Certain players have that in game. He definitely does because I was playing in delayed gameplay, so I had a hard time dribbling, doing my normal skill moves with the card. And even then, he would find a way to retain possession, even when he's getting tackled, even when he's getting choked out by multiple opponents. And that's the true sign of a class card. This guy dribbles well, even in delayed gameplay. And before that, I do have to give his dribbling a 9.5 out of 10. Now let's talk about his defending. And in game, you gotta look at him, and he looks very small. He looks like Conte. He looks like a very small midfielder. But don't let that fool you because he is very much like Conte in game. He's very much like a pit bull-like defender where he's always there to break up play. He's always there to make an interception. Defensively, his AI is very smart because he does have the 89 interceptions. He does have the 86 marking. And he's just like, this defense is just an added bonus to the well-roundedness of this card. So if you do need him to play as an offensive CDM, I think he could actually do that for you, especially if you apply a defensive chem style to him. And that's exactly what I did. I applied, I believe it was the Gladiator chem style to really improve his shooting and defense and in game. This guy was like a pit bull. This guy really helped support my team defensively in ways I didn't really expect because his stand tackle is very clean. All right. Don't get it twisted. You will not be able to push people off the ball with this player because that's not what he's designed for. That's not what you're bringing him in your team to do. But you can harass the opponent a lot with his stand tackles. And if you're face up with the opponent, he'll get that tackle in very cleanly. So I do got to give his defense an 8 out of 10. It's a very, very nice aspect of this card. Now let's talk about his physical. And like I said, he's small in game. You're not bringing this card in to be a physical beast, but he still holds his own. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is his jumping. And in my opinion, he's very average in the air, all right? He's not going to have much aerial threat, but if you charge up the jumps, like if you hold square, if you hold circle in certain positions with him to really clear the ball, he can jump higher than you think. And he can outjump some midfielders at times. So he is respectable in the air. He's not going to be as bad as Conte or anything like that in the air. But at the same time, jumping is not really a strength of his. You already know that, and that's not what you're buying this card for. His strength is very respectable. So because he does have the very high balance at 97, he now has enough strength to really hold his own against bigger defenders and really hold possession long enough to get off a skill move. And I really enjoy that because it gives him another aspect. It gives him another way of keeping possession. And it's already hard to dispossess this card. It also helps him defensively because he does have a decent challenge, like I said. Not the strongest, but at the same time, he doesn't have a flimsy challenge either. His stamina is 93, and I believe that's just enough to last all game if you're going to play him aggressively. And if you don't play him aggressively, if you play him at stay forward in the camp position, this guy's going to last for you all game easily. I would have to rate this physical at the 8.5 out of 10. So overall, what would I rate this card? I do have to say, this card is one of the best midfielders, one of my favorite midfielders I've tried on this game. I think of him as a budget team of the year Modric. I think of him as a Bernardo Silva team of the season meets a Conte. This guy is really the total package. If you need to add a smaller midfielder to your team that could dribble out of pressure, that could pass, that could still play defense, that could play multiple positions, this guy is your guy. Overall, I got to give him a 9.5 out of 10. I think right now, he's one of the best values for money on this game because like a lot of people have said, if this guy was on the market, he'd be over 1 million coins, especially because of his links. He has the French link. He has a lot of strong links to really good players on this game, so it's not too hard to fit him in chem-wise. And if you have an icon like Vieira, there you go. That's your link. And this guy is not going to disappoint you if you decide to coin sink 600K into him. So yeah, that's going to be my team of the season Aouar review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. But until then, later.